That person that shattered you the most, they probably once held you the gentlest. It truly is the cruelest paradox of being human. The ones we let closest to our hearts are the only ones who know exactly where to place the knife. They know our soft spots because we showed them to them. They know what breaks us because we trusted them with our tender parts. The deeper the love, the deeper they can cut. Your mother, who never saw you for who you really are, she cuts deep because she was supposed to be your first mirror. Your father, whose approval you're still chasing after 40 years old, he wounds you because his voice became your inner voice. The spouse who betrayed you after 20 years, they devastate because they held half your soul. The child who pushes you away, they destroy you because they are your heart walking outside your body. See, strangers can't hurt you, but they can hurt you, but they can't devastate you. Acquaintances can disappoint you, but they can't destroy you. It takes love, real vulnerable, trusted love, to create the kind of pain that rewrites a person's DNA. So I knew this woman whose daughter, the one she sacrificed everything for, told her once, "You ruined my life. I wish you weren't my mother." And those words, they were like a nuclear bomb. It blew up everything she believed about herself. Now, 6 months later, that daughter came in sobbing, "Mom, I need help. I'm struggling with addiction." And that mother had a choice. She could armor up or she could open up. And she chose to open up. She flew across the country. She held her daughter and she helped her daughter because here's what she knew: love isn't safe. Love was never supposed to be safe. Love is saying, here's my soft underbelly. Here's where I'm breakable. Here's how to destroy me, and trusting someone not to do that. But sometimes they do. Sometimes the ones we love the most become our greatest teachers in pain. They show us we can survive betrayal. They teach us forgiveness isn't for them, it's for our own freedom. They prove we can be shattered and still choose to remain soft. See, the temptation after being cut deep is to never go that deep again. Surface level relationships, professional distances, emotional armor so thick that nothing gets through, including love. We become museums of ourselves, displaying this replica while the real us hides in this space of storage. But here's what I've learned from 19 to 20 years of watching people heal, break, and heal again. The ones who cut you the deepest often carry the deepest cuts themselves. In other words, hurt people, but it's more specific than that. Deeply loved people can deeply wound people. They strike at you because you matter. They lash out because you're close enough to hit. Now, this doesn't excuse them. Explanation isn't justification, but understanding this can free you from believing their wounds are about your self-worth. See, I watched the father and the son not speak for 10 years, and the son felt abandoned while the father felt rejected. And both were bleeding from wounds the other had inflicted. Both were right. Both were dying from pride. And finally, the son called the dad and said, "Man, look, we've wasted 10 years and I don't need an apology. I need a father." They both cried. They both chose love over their ledgers. The ones you love the most will fail you. You will fail them. That's not love going wrong. That's love being human. We're all walking around with scissors in our pockets, accidentally cutting the ones that are closest to us just by moving through our own pain. But here's why you keep loving anyway. Because a life without deep love is a life without meaning. Because surface level safety isn't just another form it is just another form of dying, because the alternative to risking deep cuts is living with shallow connections and not living at all. That's just existing. Yes, protect yourself from abuse. Yes, set boundaries with those who chronically wound you. Yes, learn the difference between somebody having a bad moment and somebody being a bad presence in your life. But don't let the fear of being cut keep you from going deep. Don't let the ones who hurt you rob you of your softness. Don't let pain make you proud, distance, or defended. The deepest cuts from the deepest loves, because that's how geometry works. You can only go as far down as you've let somebody in. That's not a bug in the love's design. That's the feature. It means it mattered. It means it's real. It means you're brave enough to actually live. So I encourage you, love again. Love anyway. Love deeper. Not because you won't get cut, because you will, but because a life fully lived has scars. And those scars, they're not wounds anymore. They're proof that you chose to show up, to be real, and to let people matter. The ones you love most might cut you deepest, but they're also the ones who can heal you in places you didn't know you were broken. So my challenge is keep your heart open. The world needs people brave enough to love without a guarantee.